And this whole time, like, I'm looking to the left and I'm looking to the right. And I'm thinking and I'm saying, the stinking problem here, Bubba, is you. Hey, team, welcome back to the channel, man. So I've had quite a few staff sergeants leave my formation and go become drill sergeants. And most of them are serving in AIT locations. And when I came into the Army, I had this barrage of comments inundated on me. Like, man, what we are missing as an Army is drill sergeants at AIT locations. So question number one, did you have one at your AIT? Did you have a drill sergeant there? A brown round, right? Smokey the Bear hat, did you have one? And let me know what your experiences was, if you don't mind. So, man, like, it's like, hey, Stoker, man, the reason we don't have discipline in our formations is because we don't have drill sergeants at AIT locations, man. That's why we don't have discipline. And I heard this for years and years and years and years and years, right? And then all of a sudden, we start sending AIT or NCOs who are drill sergeants back to AIT locations a couple years ago. And I hear the uptake of the hoorays, right? Like, yes, we're finally going to get some discipline back in our formation. And this whole time, like, I'm looking to the left and I'm looking to the right. And I'm thinking and I'm saying, the stinking problem here, Bubba, is you. Man, you have the power of at ease. You get somebody who's lacking discipline, it's too easy. Hey, at ease, soldier. Oh, do I need to give you another block of instruction on how to assume the position of at ease? I mean, we enforce discipline, right? This is what our job is as NCOs. Look, I get it. No matter where when you're at, man, you have to, you can't blame other people. Being prior service in the Corps, like, it would have been unfathomable to think about having drill instructors at your AIT locations. And that's not to say that one branch of service is better than the other. You just have to hold people accountable. And I had plenty of people who did not do that in the Corps. But, man, if you're an NCO, you have to hold your soldiers accountable day in and day out. If you start letting new things slide, then you are establishing new standards. That's what you're doing. And we have to stop it. You get soldiers who show up without a PT belt, man, you better start correcting that, because I'm not saying no PT belt is a gateway, like a gateway drug to bigger things, but it kind of is. If you're on CQ and your runner shows up late and it's no big deal, it's kind of a big deal. I would say, from my foxhole, our biggest issues are NCOs who refuse to act like an NCO. You have to take ownership of who you are and everything. It's the first general order, right? That's what it all comes down to. Do you know your first general order? If you know. That's what it all comes down to, man. I don't need somebody else enforcing discipline somewhere before me. I just need to make sure that when somebody gets to my charge, whether I'm an individual, whether I'm a team chief, a squad leader, a platoon sergeant, that I'm holding the line. I'm doing the best job that I can day in and day out. And that doesn't mean as you're doing that, and that's why I think we think somehow that if I do hold the standard, that somehow I'm going to change the culture in a negative way. People are gonna not like me, right? People are gonna not like coming to work. And you know what truth is? That might be true for the short run. Nobody likes getting wet in the rain until you're already soaking, stinking wet. Does that make sense? Like you walk outside and I watch it, and people start running, right? And I'm just sitting there walking, and they're running, trying to not get wet because it's just now starting to drizzle, and so they run. But man, if you're completely saturated, like that's when people start having fun. You took what you thought originally was an inconvenience, and it actually increased your motivation and your morale. So over time, like that initial subset of here's the standard, here's the line that we're going to toe together, and I'm going to do it right here with you. There's going to be an initial knee jerk and reaction to it. So don't misunderstand me. But if you keep doing it and you can produce some stinking wins, like your team is going to, at some point in time, start talking smack about all the other teams to the left and to the right. And then your soldiers will become team chiefs who will do the exact same thing that you did. And listen to me, team. They're going to do that no matter what you did. So if you're cupcaking, man, odds are they're going to be cupcake NCOs. But if you're grinding, if you're showing them how to counsel people, if you're showing how to develop them in positive ways, if you're taking the opportunity, when you're sitting on the motor pool line and you're waiting for your NCO to bring you back, 5988s, and it's going to be stinking 20 minutes, are you just standing around cupcaking and lollipopping? Or are you saying, hey, this is going to be a great opportunity to give a short hip pocket class on X, Y, or Z? Man, do that. Don't be afraid of it. Be engaged. Team, I appreciate you guys, man. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about whether you believe that AIT drill sergeants is what's going to save the Army or not, and anything else you got, man. We will keep this conversation rolling. As always, until then, man, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.